Hey, here we go. I'm again. I got another old one for you. Back in the early 90s, someone passed away, and my pop, he knew the family real well, and they had a bunch of shotguns they were getting rid of. Well, they were selling this whole bunch of shotguns for, I want to say it was $100. So I gave Papa 50. He went on and he got guns. He come back, and there was literally 17 single shot guns, none of the good ones. I was really hoping that there'd be a nice old fox in there, but nothing like that. But they were all bundled up, tied together with tobacco twine, like a satchel, just a bundle. Well, them things sat in the closet for years. God, we never even really messed with them. I mean, we cut the twine and kind of dusted them off, but for the most part, they just sat there. Well, right probably about 10 years ago, I guess now, I started wanting to fiddle with them, so I got them out and started cleaning them up, making sure they ran and this, that, and the other. Then I came across an oddball, something I had never seen before. This wasn't a single shot. This abomination was plastic, had a weird looking handle. I thought something was missing from it until I started looking at it a little closer. And it turned out something in it was broken. I'll get to that in a second. What we had was a Stevens model 124C 12 gauge bolt action shotgun. The only bolt action shotgun I had ever seen was that Marlin Super Goose. I had never seen nothing like this. Turns out this thing was made, I want to say, back in the 50s. Well, here she is. I'll back up a little bit so you can see it. That wonderful camera I got. Cheapest one on Amazon, baby. But this is a bolt action 12 gauge. The C stands for choked. I'm not sure if the barrel was swapped or maybe cut down a hair. I put a gauge in it. The best thing I can figure is this thing's somewhere between full and trap. Somewhere in there. It is the most awkward gun that you will ever shoot in your life. Now, tried to shoot it since I figured out what it was. Wouldn't shoot. Turns out the firing pin was bad. It was broke. Getting the firing pin out of this thing was a challenge in and of itself. And then finding a replacement was, it took about 8 months before I finally found there's this one machine shop way out in the Midwest that makes them. And I wouldn't have found them if it hadn't been for Google and some gun forums. But the way this gun works, got a bolt release right here. Squeeze that. I don't know if you can see. Squeeze that. Pull that back out. Open. Close. Now it's ready to shoot. Bang. That is the most awkward thing that I have ever seen. And I mean, it is mediocre at absolute best. This is one of the ones that I'm going to tell you, if you come across it, unless it's for like $30 or $40, I wouldn't mess with it, even if it ran. But we're going to go out there and shoot it, and just a quirk in history, I guess you'd call it. I mean, it works. It's ugly as all sin. But, hey, a push, I guess you'd call that a push-pull bolt action. Unlock coming, and as far as I can tell, this lock is the only thing that locks the bolt when the gun fires, is the best that I can tell. You see it locks there, and it locks there, right there. So we'll go outside and pop a few rounds off with it. Quick little video on a very oddball shotgun from way back when. Tube magazine, Holds 2 rounds. Total of 3. That kept it safe for bird hunting. She works. Old ugly, but she works. Well, there you go. Ugly, awkward, cheaply made, but it is historical. Model 124 Stevens, 124C Stevens. It shoots. Better than having no gun at all. Boy, I'd hate to know I had to fire off a lot of rounds with that booger. Two rounds in the magazine and 1 in the hole, and then all that. That is, it get the job done, but a whole lot slower than I wanted to get it done. See y'all later.